I'm Debbie Godfrey, and this is the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. In season 2, I'm answering your questions about parenting. So feel free to go to the link in the description and leave me a voice message, and I may answer your question on this podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy today's pep talk.
So before you ask your question, do you have any success stories to share from last week?
Yes, I've the bedtime routine, at least getting all the stuff done before story time has been going a lot smoother, and I've been really being conscious of my use of pronouns, which seems to really work with them. And then also some of the sibling rivalry, just kind of walking away in certain situations and letting them, work together. It happened this morning, and they were upset at first, and I asked them to use their negotiating voice and, work it out between each other. And then I continued to get ready, and I came out, and they were just happy, and like nothing happened. So
wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. And then, those have been the main ones. I only had a question regarding Madison. My mom takes care of them after school during the week, and she usually does like a little rest time with them. They either, if they feel like they need like a short nap, they'll either take a nap, or they have to just kind of stay in their room and, look at books and be quiet. But Madison has been really testing my mom and coming out and not, staying in her room. And so I didn't know if there was any techniques there. I mean, obviously I'm not there, so I don't know the dynamic. My mom's really calm and collected with them. And when I talked to Madison after, I talked to her yesterday evening regarding the situation and to see like how, we could do things, differently. And she was just like upset that she thought something was wrong with her. And I said, nothing's wrong with you. We just need to figure out, a solution that, works for you and Grammy.
And so how old is she?
She's almost 6. She'll be 6 on Saturday.
And what time is the quiet time from and until?
It's usually like 45 minutes, like 1:30 to like 2:15 after they have lunch.
Okay, so that's not too much to ask.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And okay, so would your mom be on board with doing a broken record routine or something like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so that's where I would start with it, I guess, and I would probably actually do the same conversation you just had with her, but have it with your mother too. So the three of you sit down and go, this isn't really working that great, and you're not doing anything wrong. You're not bad, but we have a quiet time from 1:30 to 2:15 every day, and I noticed that it seems like you're not on board with that, or you're not participating, or Grammy's having to take you back. So let's come up with a way that this works for everybody. And then, at 6, I'm just thinking in my mind a couple of 6-year-olds I know, they would be absolutely able to negotiate this. Do you feel that Madison is?
Yeah, and I was just, I was trying to look at it if it was like a power struggle, or is she, what else was kind of going on with her. And
well, it could be, but that would be, I think that's not where to start with it. I think where to start with it is to go back to making an agreement with her about the quiet time. And how long has it been the routine like this?
Oh, for a long time. This isn't anything new.
So,
yeah.
Right. So one of the things that she's telling you with her behavior is that she's outgrown the routine how it is.
Okay.
And so by sitting down, the three of you, and maybe observing that and say, I know you're 6 now and you've been doing the same routine with Grammy for, 3 years or whatever it's been, or, something. And maybe, you need more power, or you need more say-so in how this goes about. And, what Granny and I need is a quiet time after lunchtime. And what do you need? in order to, to be happy with the situation, and do a little back and forth with her and see if you can negotiate something. And my imagination is that it will change a little bit, and I don't know what it'll change to. That's going to be up to her and up to Granny deciding what works for both of them. But I would look at it from that aspect, is that she's maturing. And so, the 45-minute quiet time as it was for a little kid, and now she's a 6-year-old.
Gotcha.
And it's great that it's birthday time, too. I mean, you could even do this. I remember I had a mom that had 4 kids, and every year on each of their children's birthdays, they would sit down with that child and renegotiate all the agreements that they had, curfew and homework time and bedtime. And they really made it a point that was a marker every year for growth and change for each child. And the kids did really well with that, and for the most part. And that continued all through their teenage years.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity for you right now.
Okay, great.
And I don't think this one will be hard for you to solve. It doesn't sound like it's it just, like I said, I can kind of hear that it's just a maturing thing. And then at the point that you come up with a new agreement and you go underway, trouble starts, we can address it again from the standpoint of what's her goal.
Okay.
We'll look at, she comes out, Granny says this, she says that, how are we feeling? And we can address it. And that'll be probably, I don't know what week you're on, 2 or 1 or 2 or 3, but the third actual week of lessons, which is actually week 4, we'll go through all the goals. And so we're not even there yet. So do this part first, and then once we get there, if you have any feedback where she's not complying, we can look at it from that aspect.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to today's Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. If you're into season 2 and you're listening to all these great questions that the parents have and answers and ideas for what to do in all these different situations with your kids, please help us out. Like, share, subscribe, and especially leave us a positive review. All of that helps the podcast grow, and I really appreciate it. Thanks again for being here, and happy parenting.